Hello, this is Jax. I hope you're having a great day today. This is now day 4 of our Master Messenger to Maximize Your Business training. And today we're going to talk about building your brand with Messenger. Now, building your brand is something that you will be doing all over social media, including your blog and your email. Anywhere that you have a presence online is all to do with your brand, and you're building something here that people will recognize, whether it's visually or whether it's just the way you do things, the kind of personality of your brand. Everything that you do, everything that people see comes together, and it's an individual thing. So it's all about you and building something that people can perceive your business in a certain way. So we're talking today really about how to do this on Messenger, the things that Messenger will let you do in order to get building your brand, which is key when you have your online business. So let's get into first branding steps. So these are just some points to cover here. How you can start on Messenger with building your brand. So first of all, point 1 is remember your branding. Okay, you are your branding. You are not your company. So if you happen to work for a network marketing company, then you are your brand. You do not brand your business first. That is not the way to build your business. If you brand your company, then that's who you are branding, and you're basically working on their behalf, and you're not going to attract people to you as a person. You're more likely to repel them because they know instantly who you represent, and that is how they see you. And that isn't them seeing you, it's actually them seeing the company brand that you happen to represent. But you see, you also may have different companies you represent. You know, everything you do is your brand. And so if you're promoting your company, you're not promoting yourself. You're not doing yourself any justice. So unless your company is your own and you've created that company, then that's fine. You can brand that company, and that works absolutely fine. So once you've thought about your branding, then you're looking at growing your fan page audience. Several ways to do this. You can invite friends to your page. Now, I do this with caution because not everybody's going to be interested, and the way I like to work it really is to be putting things out there that people can be attracted to you and think, oh, that looks exciting, I'll go and pop over to a Facebook page and see what they're doing. But you know, you can invite certain friends, maybe people you've talked to and you know are going to be interested in what you're doing. So that's one option. You can put your fan page link onto your profile. On the left hand side there are some areas where you can add links. Now, I wouldn't add lots of links personally in the way I work with branding my company, but you can put your fan page link because that is the first link to people across to your business. And then, of course, now if you're using Messenger and the Messenger bots, you will then be able to find out how you can help them. So that's a great thing to do. But don't put your business link, especially if you are a network marketer. Okay, so on your Facebook page, you can do some boosts or you can do some ads. Further down the line, maybe, not at the beginning, but you can specify boosting a post perhaps, and you can specify you're looking to get likes on your page. And they do have this little funky feature there where you can have a little button underneath the post and it will say send message. So that encourages people to send you a message. And that's really what you want them to do, because as soon as somebody sends you a message, they're registered with your Messenger bot. So that's a perfect way to do it. Now, if you're doing any boosts or ads, you can target people by location, age, gender, and interests. And that's something you really want to do on your Facebook page. It's been something that up till now, maybe people haven't considered. Some people have, but other people haven't considered it enough. And there's lots of likes on your Facebook page. People will sometimes join Facebook, what do they call them? Facebook fan page Fridays. I have one, and they'll join other groups with people. They'll like lots of pages underneath like my page posts, and you'll find that there's a lot of people who've liked your page who are not really your target audience, and this is quite key. So that's something for you to consider, is that moving from now on you can actually start to target people and find the people that are actually going to be interested in your business. So that's actually a great thing, and you will find that really, really useful. The next thing would be anybody that ever likes your page, I would connect with them straight away, send them a message, and just see, have a chat, see who they are, see if you can help them. Do it as a person first rather than your business, and then you can see if they're somebody that's a fit for your brand, or you just might want to stay connected with them on Facebook. So anybody who likes your page, anybody that interacts with a post that you've done or makes a comment, basically anyone that gets onto your page, make sure that you kind of wave at them, say hello, check out who they are and if you can help them. Okay, so that's some first steps for getting some likes, getting some interest in your page there. And now a few more strategic marketing thinking tips for you, things to think over. So you might want to jot these down or come back to the video and look at these again. Just things to think about here. What social networks do you connect with your customers already? So which social networks are you on, and where do you find customers? Where do your customers find you actually is more to the point, really. And think about your email as well if you're using email. Okay, so just make a note of these, where the places that you are in contact with your customers. Think about how often you contact them. Think about where you share your value for your audience. Okay, think about, have you actually defined your niche? And I have a workbook actually as a giveaway for this. If you're interested in that, then just pop me a comment under the training here, or if you've got your training by messenger, then you can just reply by message, please ask me to send the Define Your Niche workbook, and I will send that to you. Think about multi-touch marketing, using different mediums to contact your customers. So which ones do you use? Do you use more than one at the moment? And think about ones that you could be using. For example, using an email and a messenger page. Okay, that's two different ways of contacting perhaps the same customers. So you might approach each particular medium in a slightly different way. Maybe slightly different aspects of your business brand and personality might come out there. But just for the moment, I just want you to think about all the networks, all the places that you are actually in touch with your customers. And then what we want you to do is to just think about how you can improve that, which ones you can carry along with, and just how to maximize your contact. But we want to do it in different ways and at different times, but you've got to get some kind of pattern and some kind of strategy. So before you go bumbling in there and start doing something, let's think about what you're already doing. This is the point of this, and how we can integrate these things so they work well for your customers. Nothing comes across as spammy. It just comes across as a slightly new method that they kind of think, oh, how exciting. Now I'm getting messages from XX in my messenger inbox. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. So you're thinking about how we can come from different angles, different mediums, but with a consistent message for your business. Now on your messenger page, your bot can direct people anywhere. So you can direct them to any link, any social network, any blog, any capture page, anything you want. Okay, so you know there's an open platform there for moving on. You just have a little think about what you actually want to be doing here. They say, whoever they are, but say it takes 7 touches before you can make a sale. Okay, so we're going to think about the areas that you can touch your customers and how many you may not touch them with the same offer 7 times, but what you're doing is you're kind of leading people into your brand slowly. So we want to put together a kind of strategic marketing plan for you here. And also make a note of countries that you want to target, because this is completely possible to do in Messenger. So think about the countries that, if you do have a network marketing business, or if you have your own business, where do you want to target customers? Is it a one country, a one town business, or is it worldwide? Think about that, and you can make a list of those and use those when we're looking at planning your branding on Messenger here. Okay, so there's some marketing things for you to just think about. Next, think about your bot. Okay, your bot's going to be representing your brand. So that means that you need to know what your brand is. So these are things to think about, and we want your bot to kind of represent you so that it's got the same, you know, if you're a jokey person, then it comes across in the same way. The thing is with using Messenger, it's more personal. You write in a more personal way, whereas when you're sending email, people tend to use some kind of sales copy content. You know, people do huge marketing courses and learn all about how to write copy, which is cool and is good, and it has its place. But on Messenger, you might want it to be a little bit more personal. So there's a few things you can do here. You think about your voice, which is kind of the way you write, really. Your personality is the things that you write about, what you talk about, how you express yourself. There's colours, as you've seen before yesterday. We can change your colours. Think about the message that you want to get across, and then you can write that in your own voice and your own personality. And think about your page as well. Your page, the visual aspect of your page, must represent your brand. So there's a big branding thing coming in here. Now, you don't have to do this all at once. These are just things for you to think about and make a master plan and start very simply. So when people come across your page, and they will get an impression, and we want that impression to be of your brand as you want people to see you. So if you're not sure about that, then ask a few people to take a look at your page. You know, I'm happy to help you here. If you want to decide what your brand is, what your personality is, how you want yourself to come across, have a look at your page. And then, you know, if you want me to take a quick look and see if it's giving me the vibes that you're wanting to create, then, you know, do this with me, do it with somebody else, and you'll soon see. Okay, so that's a way to find out if people are perceiving you in the way that you want them to, is get somebody to give you some feedback there. All right. And people can come across your page from anywhere. I've popped down a few here. You can get them to your page from your profile with the link. You can get them from an ad. You can get them from your blog, because you can have a box to link to your Facebook page. And also you might be networking on Facebook, and you might join in Fanpage Friday or Fanpage Party lists, which a lot of people have. And I have one on my in my Facebook group, but you can find those around to join in, and that will bring people to your Facebook page. So make sure they're seeing what you want them to see. Another thought, is your branding and message consistent? Are you giving the same message across all platforms in social media that you work on, including your email and including your blog? And the good thing is that once you've decided your branding, you can create this, you can develop this all within Messenger. So you can start with Messenger if this is something you want to begin with, and it's a knock-on effect, so you can gradually change things. It doesn't have to be perfect before you start. Certainly not starting to use Messenger marketing. If you adjust yourself, then that's good enough to start. All right, that's what we really want to get you going here. So let's move on now. I've got some top tips for branding your Messenger bot. Okay, number one, what do you want it to do? So think about that. Do you want it to deliver content, more commerce, so more salesy input? Do you want it for customer service? Do you want it to, like I've been using, as to give away free offers, to offer people trainings, which is what I've been doing? Think about this. Make some lists and pull some information together. And you might want it to do several things, but put them in order, okay? Because when you start with Messenger, you want one focus, you want one plan. Like I've started with using it for trainings and for some giveaways. So think about where you're going to start, and that's all it takes to get beginning. And like I've got point 2, start small, okay? We dip your toes in. Pick one project, practice that, learn it. And as you're going through, you will learn other things as well, okay? You'll gradually grow your knowledge and things will move on. But just work out one thing you want to do to start with. Point 3, define your audience. Okay, so pick one audience for your first project. All right, you might have 3 businesses, you might have 3 different product niches, you might have a social media training aspect to your business, which makes 4. So you've got lots of different niches, so just pick one, okay? Pick one of those audiences to work with for your first project, and then you can expand afterwards. One thing that I love is use those buttons, okay? Now in a couple of days, I'm going to show you how the tool that I use and how I do it, and buttons are brilliant. A button gives you a response from the customer. You can request a response and you get it, and that's kind of what customers like as well. They're given an option. You can ask them a question, or you can give them two different. Do you want to learn about Facebook marketing, Pinterest marketing? And they can click one. It's really simple. It's an excellent way to direct customers, and at the same time you're learning what they want by what they click. So those buttons are brilliant, so just use them. I love them. Okay, next thing, number 5, is create a voice for your bot. We talked a little about this before. Give it a personality to complement your perfect customer. Okay, so also when you've defined your niche, if you use my workbook, you then get transferred to another free giveaway which talks about creating your perfect customer. Okay, so what you want to do is you want the way that you speak, you want your bot to be appealing to your perfect customer. So you think about that. You might have a perfect customer for part of your business who is perhaps a gentleman. They might be a sportsman, they might be a businessman as well. So the way you would talk to that customer would be completely different to you would talk to say you've got stay-at-home mums and all of the things that incorporates. Now you can immediately see how different those two people are. So you would speak to them differently. And so that's what we mean about the personality. It has to be your personality, but obviously you would change in real life. You would change the way you spoke to those two different people, slightly. So therefore, your bot needs to respond to that as well. So it's key that you work out who your perfect customer is, first of all. All right, moving on. Tip number 6. thinking about the right content, right person, and the right time. So again, some of this boils down to sending it to the right people, and sending them content that they want at the right time. Okay, now that's something that you'll work out with your market. When is the right time? Send them messages appropriately. Don't send too many as well. Now it kind of depends on whether you're doing, if you're doing a sequence where you've got trainings like one in a row every day like I'm doing here, then the right time is to send one every day like I'm doing now. If you're sending them a free offer, then send it, every now and then, maybe once a month or something. Don't send them one every single day, because that's not going to help them. They're not going to have any chance to use that information, and they're going to get fed up with you offering them things that they can't keep up with. So you're kind of rushing them. So, think about the appropriate time for what it is you're actually sending, and determine what data you want to know from them. This is where the buttons come in. Okay, you can ask them questions. You might find as people who are new to your page, like we discussed before, they can come across to your page from anywhere. And once they get there, you might have a welcome message and just say, oh, out of interest, if you're a health company, do you use organic food or organic products? Are you gluten-free? Do you prefer supplements, as in, supplement tablet kind of form, or do you prefer them to have drinks? Those are just examples of little things. It's narrowing them down, and you can narrow your audiences. There are ways of separating your audiences. So you can put people into different categories depending on what they answer. So determine what you want to know from them, find out information, and then you can serve them better by giving them the information that they want. Okay, current social networks. So figure out your marketing plan first. Who are you going to target with your offer? Like I said, pick one group. You might have several networks, lots of groups, lots of different customers. You'll have customers probably within your product ranges that buy different things from your product. You might have beauty products which somebody would buy, but your company also might make supplements, and the people that use your beauty skincare may not be the same people that are taking supplements. So you don't want to be targeting your offer to somebody that's not interested in it. So that's a kind of key thing. Work out who you're going to market to first. Next point 9, if you're creating a funnel, then optimize it for your purpose, whether it's an entertainment, whether it's an engagement one to collect information. It might be an opt-in to a free offer, join a course. So choose your objective, which will depend on your customer that you're actually aiming it at and the plan that you want first. So all of these things are things to think about before you start going. And when you've got all of these down, then just keep them handy, because when we get to the last day, day 7, then I'm going to show you a system, and that's how you'll suddenly find that little bells will ding in your head, and you'll think about these things and they'll come back to you. Okay, so it's really important that you do just this little bit of pre-work before we get to actually setting you up and starting on Messenger. Number 10, don't put off thinking about it too long. Okay, don't fall behind. Big brands are using this big time now, and it's time for you to start in a small way. So a step-by-step approach with the right tools is all you need, and just by watching this training, you're getting going in the right place at the right time, in the right order, and I'll give you the right tool. So stick with it, okay? You're doing absolutely great. So to summarize, messenger marketing it's all about building a strong bond with your audience so you can establish your brand in their messenger inbox. Okay, there's lots of content you can share, and if you want to just start off with something light, maybe your business is more about motivation, entertainment, it may not be selling products. So, you know, there's lots of different things here that you can use, lots of content that you can pop in there and places you can redirect people to. So I would say have fun and be yourself. Okay. So tomorrow's training is a very quick training. It's one quick tip. Okay. That will give you a chance to catch up with anything that you've missed over the last few days. Then training 6 is some messenger no-nos. Again, that will be quite a brief one. And the last one we will cover on day 7 will be the tool that I use to create and manage my messenger bots. And it is a free tool. So stick with me. And I look forward to revealing this to you. So take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. And P.S., if you're still here just before you go, I'd like to offer you an invitation to a private webinar in which Mark Harbert, who is a bit of a messenger guru, and I've been following for a while, he's being interviewed by Gavin Mountford on a webinar for a group of networking superstars like me. So it's a fairly small group. We are able to have some private invitations each, and we're studying this exciting move forward in messenger marketing. Now, if you would like one of my private invitations, then please message me underneath this training in my group, or if you are watching this on Messenger, you can message me back onto my Facebook page. It takes place on Wednesday, 29th of November. That's next Wednesday, 4 p.m. EST, 9 p.m. UK. There may be a replay. Not too sure. Try and get on there. I will give you the registration link, and if you register, then I'm sure we can sort something out replay wise for you. So if you'd like an invite to this, please comment VIP invite under the training or as a Facebook message, and I'll message it to you as soon as that's available. All right, so that really is all for today. So take care, and thanks for listening. Bye-bye.